This radio program is PG-13. Parents strongly caution some material may be inappropriate for children under the age of 13.
The following program is sponsored by Michael W. Smith. The views expressed on the following program are those of the host and not necessarily those of staff, management, or ownership.
Arizona, Brother Mike, back on the radio, HardcoreChristianity.com. Welcome to the program. Today's Bible study, Hillsongs Slammin Sammy. Ready to go today. Hey, will you call somebody and tell them the radio program's on? Got another good one for you. Lots of lessons to learn in this one today. This is Brother Mike. I'm the professional counselor at the Arizona Deliverance Center. Been a counselor for over 40 years. Been on the radio for over 20 years. Thank you for tuning in. If you go to the website, which is HardcoreChristianity.com, you'll see all of our ministry services. We have 2 live services every week, Thursday and Friday nights at 7 o'clock. We have 2 live Zoom services every week. Monday night at 6:30 p.m. is for the ladies. Wednesday night is for everybody at 6 o'clock. Send me an email, mike@hardcorechristianity.com, and I'll send you the code and the password. Please remember our women's healing seminar coming up in January. Please remember our children's deliverance services. Please remember our other seminars. I have a teaching class the 4th Saturday of every month at noon at the Deliverance Center. And remember to hit the PayPal button and send us another donation, which you have done. And I thank you. As you know, we had a major plumbing break at the Arizona Deliverance Center. It has been an unbelievable repair project, and every time I turn around, I'm sending out checks for thousands of dollars. And from the bottom of my heart, I thank you for what you've done, helping us. May God richly bless you in Jesus' mighty name. Slammin Sammy, Sam Collier, the first lead black pastor of the Hillsong system. And as you know, it's a scandal-ridden system at Hillsong with lust demons coming from the very inception of the church. And it's spread everywhere. The way demons work is this. If you let spirits into your family, your church, your business, what have you, those demons will spread. They will attract other spirits, and those same kind of spirits will spread through the system. Sexual perversion lust demons get into a system such as the Southern Baptists, the Boy Scouts, the Mormons, Roman Catholicism, Hillsong, and others. They get into the system and then they spread. And you see symptoms of the same sin over and over again. And the reason this happens is because the leadership doesn't go through deliverance and doesn't get set free from demons before they're placed in positions of authority in the system. That's how all these sex scandals break out. That's how all these gasping punitive damage awards occur in the legal system. And Hillsong is rife with lust demons, and Slammin Sammy is another typical example of it. He was the Hillsong Atlanta pastor. He led the Story Church, and he went through a very public and embarrassing divorce with his wife, Tony Collier. He's 35 years old. She's 33. And she divorced him because of adultery. And Tony issued a statement for the media in Atlanta. And she said, quote, "I'm in the middle of the hardest season of my life. I'm heartbroken, yet still hopeful. If you could see all the ways God has been kind to me and my kids, your jaw would hit the floor. After years of discovering and enduring repeated acts of infidelity, I've chosen to end my marriage with Sam. Despite seasons of hope, attempts at reconciliation, and counseling, after recently discovering more infidelity, I realized this wasn't a sustainable or God-honoring marriage anymore. I'm at the point where I have to say no more. I'm taking time off the stage and social media to focus on healing with my kids. I have no desire to hurt Sam, but I do want to vigorously protect my heart and my children. Thanks for giving us privacy. Well, that's a interesting statement publicly. Now, is all that stuff true? I have no idea. I don't know her. I don't have intimate knowledge of their relationship. But as soon as she issued that statement, Slammin Sammy went crazy. Sam Collier said, quote, Tony Collier is a liar and an abuser. It is documented that she's abused me our entire marriage and wants to continue to abuse me. I asked Tony not to do this, as well as our team and our lawyers. She is not divorcing me. We are divorcing each other. And I tried to divorce her 7 previous times, and she begged me to stay and then she kept abusing me. I will tell more of the story later. Then Slammin Sammy apologized for his response, stating that he had reacted emotionally and that was not reflective of his character. And he was emotionally overwhelmed and angry, and he just kind of blew a gasket. Okay? After the scandal broke and the divorce was finally filed, Sammy stepped down from ministry early in 2022. He did that as other Hillsong pastors were also going through scandals, and they stepped down from pastoring. Some of them permanently, some of them temporarily. But the bottom line here, and what Hillsong doesn't understand, and what the Southern Baptist Convention and the Mormons and the Catholics, what they don't understand, I understand it and they don't. Unclean spirits, these demons, get into people's bodies. They hyperventilate their sexuality. They become addicted to sexual behavior, and sexual attitudes. It drives them to get involved in homosexuality and heterosexuality, having affairs, adultery and fornication. And then they get caught and a scandal breaks out. The Colliers have an 18-month-old son, and Tony had a son from a previous marriage. So here's how it works. People get divorced, and right after they get divorced, the demons immediately bring them someone else because they want them to get married again, because they know they're going to get divorced again. That's exactly what happened here. Sam and Tony met each other shortly after she was divorced. She was, as they say in the secular world, rebounding. And the demons in Tony manifested and cooperated with the demons in Sam. And they had an instantaneous attraction toward each other. They love-bombed each other. The lust between the two of them was enormous. And within 3 months of meeting each other, they eloped, didn't tell anybody, and got married. And the marriage went crash. This is a typical Christian demonic marriage. This happens all the time. All right? When you marry someone, you're not just marrying that person, you're marrying their children, their in-laws, and their demons. If that person has not gone through deliverance, and if you have not gone through deliverance, what happens is demonic transfers occur. Spirits transfer from one person to the other. Since Sam had not gone through deliverance, he still had lust demons from his previous relationships. Since Tony had not gone through deliverance, she had just gotten out of a bad marriage. She carried her ex-husband's demons, among others, into her current marriage with Sam. And so the demons did exactly what they always do. They caused the person to fall madly in love. Okay? Never forget this. I've been a counselor for over 40 years. Love is no reason to get married. Love is no reason to get married. Much preparation before marriage has to occur. It has to occur. Now, after he decided to get divorced, after 3 months, he's now returning to the ministry without going through deliverance, without getting to the root cause of the destruction of this marriage. To give you an idea how powerful demons are, they had had over 200 therapy sessions and could not save the marriage. That's how powerful demons are. That's what it is. They cannot save the marriage because counseling does not remove demons. Once you get divorced, if you got divorced for any reason other than your spouse committed fornication, you sinned when you got divorced. But you can be forgiven of that sin. God will forgive you. But if you marry someone who's in that condition, you sinned. But God can forgive those sins. But you still have your demons from your previous relationships. And so when you get married, particularly the way the demons want you to, fall madly in love, fall madly in lust, and get married within weeks or months, or elope, and don't tell anybody, like the Colliers did. Now the demons have you by the throat. Now it's only a matter of time before you go through another divorce. Before you go through another divorce. There ought to be a law in this country that says people cannot get married until they go through premarital counseling, where someone sits down with them and explains to them the responsibility and the gravity of being married, and then gives them a chance to step back without being influenced by demons to see if they actually really want to get married. Obviously, that doesn't exist in this country, but premarital counseling is certainly worth it, particularly with an objective counselor. If you have been in a bad marriage, you got divorced and got remarried, now you're getting divorced again or have got divorced again, you're eligible for free counseling services and deliverance at the Arizona Deliverance Center. 602-636-5800. You do not have to carry your demons and the demons of your ex into your next relationship. See you next time.
The views expressed on this program are those of the host and not necessarily those of staff, management, or ownership. This program was sponsored by Michael W. Smith.